Good morning, Hit Nation, folks, folks, and everything in between and beyond. My name is Roy, host of Happenings, and also the host of these Penny Wikis. After a loss yesterday against the New York Knicks in the NBA Emirates Cup, I expected a win. I said that it was going to be a win, and then we lost. That happens. And I'm going to try not to expect too much anymore, but that's on me. Again, we didn't have Bam Adebayo. We didn't have Tyler Hero. They didn't have Jalen Brunson. But let's just face it, for us in this point, especially considering, I'm sorry, guys, I'm trying to keep this Gator. Well, this is indeed the best solution that I found for my predicament. Yeah, let me see if I put it a little bit up. That's gonna work. I'm gonna tuck it under my hat right here. But yeah, that was the solution to my predicament. I'm not trying to hide myself. I still have my videos in which I have my actual face there, but I have some issues, and suffice it to say, it's nothing serious. But this is why I'm going to now record from now on with a neck gaiter. I like it. I like this more than the balaclava, and certainly much more than the medical mask. So yeah. Now, no Adebayo, no problem, right? And that was a luxury that we had. We did lose the first game against the Nuggets when Bam Adebayo came out. We are 3-3 without him, right? We did have three consecutive wins without him, but unfortunately, he makes a difference. He makes a huge difference. I'm looking here at stats with on and off the courts. Yesterday, Hot Hoops, while a little bit before the game, they were posting how important he was for rebounds, how important he was defensively. But he's important in so many ways. And then we have a tale of two players, right? On the one hand, we have Bam Adebayo starting the season the way that he did. And then on the other hand, we have Nikola Jovic starting the season the way that it did. He was the subject of the conversation for the past game, for a lot of the podcasts that I follow. I didn't want to talk about him, but now I do, just because the on and off is insane when we compare Bam Adebayo to Nikola Jovic. So, for example, right, Bam Adebayo right now in our situation, when it comes to points per first of all, we are expected to have 28 more wins. We're expected to have 66 wins. This is the level of game that we play when Bam Adebayo is on court. So plus 28 when he is on court. Now, points per possession. We are 4.1 plus with him on the court. Efficiency offensively, we're plus 2.7%. Turnovers, we're minus 1.4%. Now, as far as offensive rebounding, without him, we're minus 5.4%, right? Free throw rate increases to us, right? 3.5 with him on the court. Points per possession for the rivals decreased by negative 8.9, decreased by 8.9. Their efficiency when Bam is on the court, efficiency percentage with Bam on the court, we allow them to shoot less, right? 2.3% less. The turnovers with them on the court defensively, we force 1.6% more turnovers. So there are a lot of things. Now, the one that I wanted to see is the points per possession allowed by rivals plus 8.9, minus 8.9. So plus 8.9 is for Nikola Jovic, minus 8.9 is for Bam Adebayo. There is just no way that these stats are not important, not relevant for us to explain what's happening right now with the team. Now, there are losses that hurt. This one did, because not just because I was expecting a win, but because I don't want to see us uh, win and loss wise being in the position that we are, close to the 500, 7-6. The difference was gigantic, right? We were eighth in the East. They were third with 7-4. Now they are 8-4. We are 7-6. So obviously, this is something that I didn't like. The expectations are on me. Expecting the Miami Heat to win are on me because we don't have certain players, because we had all the things that we had last season, because we started the season so well. We are still number one in pace. in the NBA. We are still doing well offensively. We are not doing that poorly defensively. I keep forgetting to say the word defensively. Now, that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to. My jury is not going to be out on Nikola Jovic until number one, we have at least 20 games. Number two, we have the full roster because we don't truly know what it is that Nikola Jovic is going to be able to offer us once we have the full roster, and that is already a changed offense for what he knows. Of course, for what he knows in Serbia. It did have an amazing assist yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, to Hakis. Hakis being Hakis, right? Now, the team goes as the bench goes, right? We outscored the Knicks in that first win on October 26th by 23 points bench-wise, 44 to 21. This time, Shamet alone, who looked like he could get in foul trouble early in the game, he got 36 bench points, so only 75, a monstrous name, 75 bench points for the Knicks out of what was it, 130 to 130, 140 to 132. I don't remember, 140 to 132, right? That was the final score. Amazing. We're scoring well, but yeah, would we allow Carl Anthony Towns to get as hot as he did, 28, 9 points, I think, in the first half alone. 46 bench points to us versus 44 last game. So it's not like our bench didn't score. It's just that they were monstrous. They had two players combining 70, 70, my God, 74, 76 games a piece. So it's like, again, this is just ridiculous. So I don't know. I don't think that's, again, that's an anomaly that I don't think is sustainable for their side. For us, we got lazy. We got lazy again. We got lazy in certain aspects. We got lazy in rebounding. We got lazy in chasing the ball. We got lazy in especially Powell making a couple of passes that were completely unnecessary full court. Now, JJJ, this is the jersey I'm wearing today. JJJ. It is to show he deserves to be Sixth Man of the Year and Most Improved Player for the season, right? Ware took the criticism to heart so far. Again, he had a 15.10 rebound game, double double. Powell underperformed, and there were several, again, silly turnovers by unexpected players, including Powell. I mean, you don't expect these players to play so poorly. You don't expect Wiggins to be in foul trouble, to also have his own turnovers. You don't expect those players to play poorly because they've been playing so well in the past 12 games. Even in the loss against Cleveland, they felt it was more of an issue of end of the third quarter, than the whole game. This was more of a balanced game until basically the beginning of the third quarter. Everything kind of went down the hill there. Now, we did not play that poorly. We did get comfortable, right? We did get within two, and then, of course, they started expanding in the lead until it was impossible to catch up. However, if you look at the stats, you see we had more second chance points, two fewer points in the paint, I think 48 to 50, double the fast break points, 14 to 7. And sometimes the will of two players are enough to get an 8-point win over a good team with a very good pace, to the surprise of many. I wasn't, I mean, Vegas definitely wasn't surprised. They decreased Knicks odds as the game was going on, but again, the Knicks are still the favorite. We are still underdogs. Now, the Heat sits second in the NBA Cup at 1-1 with a 10-point differential, whereas the Knicks are third with 1-1 and a minus 2-point differential. I think the Bucks are the winning our group with 2-0. The Heat go down to 7-6 in the season, 6-9 games to go, and meet the Knicks again at home on Monday. Stay safe, stay dry, stay as happy as possible. It's a very complicated world of ours. Let's go Heat.